They were winning, looked like they were in prime position to get the W.
Hutchins, leadoff single for the Kentucky DP. Running the bases extremely well, and they will take off here. Hutchins down to second, standing with a stolen base.
Execution, whether it's laying down a bunt.
Like this, rolled to the circle, spinning throw to first in time by Lane, but Hutchins moves up to third. Blum, high fly ball to center. Under it is Air. Hutchins will tag, and now she'll think better of it. Strong throw in from center, and 2 down.
But one of those plays that just has to be perfect and far enough, I feel like, in the outfield to attempt to score on that would have been close, but.
That ball gets away. Now she's going to come home. The flip to the plate, not in time. Just got there before the tag by Courtney Lane. It was a bang-bang play.
And something to know about these fields, too, is that the backstop is not very deep, so in order to go, you have to be sure, but great play by Lane to get the tag down, and I thought that was so close. I mean, you talk about a bang-bang play. It didn't look like there was going to be any chance to get her, but Courtney Lane.
This is hit well into right. Wind pushing it back and caught with her back against the wall by Kelsey Hackett.
Getting better pitchers that are pitching against you in a tournament or in a series.
Slow roller to short. Reisner, strong throw, 1 down.
So
this year, pop-up left side playable, and indeed caught in foul territory by Reisner. 2 down.
About Sydney Langdon getting the start. She's going to throw with good velocity, 66.
At least once, maybe twice in a series. Now finding who will be that next one for Kentucky. Good bad bat by Cabral, battling back to draw a 2-out walk.
I don't know if I'm the other pitchers too.
Both sizes. 2-0, lifted shallow right side. Donaldson waiting under it. Ends the inning. Bella Cabral stranded after a 2-out walk. UK leads it 1-0 after 1.
Well, all right.
Reisner, 2-hopper to second. Well played by Reese Holbrook. 1 down. As we take a look at today's
lineup, so veteran team. Coach Harden said most veteran team that I've ever had.
And yet, with that, Amanda, as we talked about, they're playing in somewhat of a different dynamic this year. 2-2 to Borzilleri. In the dirt, runner goes, and there is no throw by Sarah Kuhn. Hamilton in at second base safely. So now runner in scoring position with a full count to Borzilleri, and she goes down looking. A must-have strikeout by Courtney Lane. Her in the starting lineup. Goes down swinging, and back-to-back strikeouts by Courtney Lane to close the door on the Cats. Meanwhile, here on field 9, Sarah Langdon back in the circle for Kentucky. Kuhn driving it to right, and it's off the wall. And the 4-game hit streak continues as Kuhn digs for 3, and it's a leadoff triple for the Who's catcher.
Sarah Kuhn stays on this up and out pitch so well. She doesn't try to pull it. She lets it get deep, and she barrels it up to the right side, almost getting out of here. I mean, the ball's flying out over at field 8. They can't keep the ball in the ballpark, and for us,
shallow center coming over is Sullivan. Will they test? No. Good throw from Sullivan, and blocked by Hamilton. Tying run at third. Holbrook into center. Back on it is Sullivan and makes the catch on the track. And the tying run comes in Holbrook.
That deep fly ball will cut it for a sacrifice fly, no question there.
Flared to second and caught by Donaldson. And that ends the inning. Tied.
Hitters, too. Just one lefty in their lineup. That's Delaney Sullivan down the 8 hole.
Charging in from third and making the play is Cabral, 1 down.
And Savannah Henley is going to throw a drop ball on both sides of the plate.
Three-2 to Hutchins, misses outside, and she is aboard for the second time in this game. Bunt by Bump. Spinning throw is not in time, and the tag is there, catching Hutchins going from first to third.
Okay, this is not something that you see very often in an entire season.
Into the gap in right center, and diving and making the play. Callier robbing what could have been.
Warm up, and just the way that they play catch and go about their business with the way that they warm up their arms and go through their drills and take the field and look up at the plate. To me, you can tell a lot about a team just watching them.
Harden's tenure as the head coach. Right back off the mitt of Langdon, and quickly 2 down. And she kind of alluded to that in our call with her, Amanda, that there's an element of you have to get to a certain people last year. Considering Duke went on to win the ACC regular season and tournament. That gets off the heel of Emery Donaldson's glove and into right to extend the inning for Virginia.
They had those 13 errors last weekend. Make it 14 now on the year.
And the inning continues. Timely at bat by Bella Cabral, who is aboard for the second time today. Eaton again to second, and this time it's scooped and fired to first by Donaldson to get Sydney Langdon out of the inning. We will chat with her head coach.
Big wins.
Already top 10 in program history in strikeouts, and she's early in her junior year. That's a strikeout of epic proportion by Savannah Henley, her first.
Well, that's but a little bit lower. That pitch had some zip on it for the strikeout.
And quickly 2 outs on the 2-hopper by Cassie Reisner.
It just starts at a different place because they're lower to the ground, so their release point is starting a little bit lower.
Hopper to third, and a 1-2-3 inning for Henley. We will talk to her head coach. Kuhn drops it in for a base hit and more as it gets past Plotz. Kuhn digging for 3, and they will hold her there. Standing at third to start the inning in back-to-back at-bats. A little bit more conservative. She eventually did come around to score on a deeper fly ball. This will not score her. Hard hit to Reisner, 1 away.
And Cassie Reisner, of course, filling in that shortstop position where Erin Koffel held it down.
That gets past Hamilton. In to score comes Kuhn. And the Who's take the lead.
And it kind of seems like if you're going to score on a perfect glove, kind of leaked back behind her, and it gave Sarah Kuhn enough room to score and take the lead.
And a strikeout to follow of Holbrook. 2 down. The handcuffed, rolls it to short, scooped on the run by Reisner, in time at first to get out of the inning. But not before Sarah Kuhn wreaks havoc.
Great facility. I love their stadium. It just is a beautiful stadium.
2-2, flared into right field, charging in Hackett and makes the play. 1 down.
And you know, too, they're entering this rebound in the mindset of your team.
Swing and a miss. And the second strikeout in the last 2 innings for Henley. 2 down.
Sure, more motivated, free.
Line into right, and another nice play by Kelsey Hackett. And now 7 in a row retired by Savannah Henley. Her Hoos on top, 25 win in extra innings. A little momentum coming into Clearwater. Speaking of, this is into right, and it's turning into a double for Kaylin Jones. Momentum for the Hoos.
Appearance of the season, all 4 of them have been in relief.
Immediately a bunt drop down, charging in from third, and it goes away from Borzilleri on the throw by Bump. And Jones will score from second base.
It was actually Emery Donaldson covering first, and the runner colliding with her when she got down to first base. Borzilleri crashing on the bunt, and then this throw by Bump just took Donaldson up the line. You could tell she was just unbalanced, also knowing that the runner was quickly approaching. So an offline throw creates an error by Kentucky and a run for Virginia.
This fit that role. 3-2. And now runners at the corners and nobody out for Bella Cabral. Pressure defensively that Kentucky's feeling here. So that catches Cabral, and now the bases are loaded.
And if you're Virginia,
to second base, only play is at first, and Virginia extends the lead.
good execution there by Macy Eaton, just a ground balls in one game.
Kuhn sends this into shallow left and not deep enough for a tag. 2 down.
Up in that changeup, I'd throw it again.
Yes, sir. Back to back with the change and a strikeout to end the 5th.
Sarah Henniges entering into this game.
Meanwhile, the Hoos have made a defensive substitution in left. Cassidy Hudson in for Kaylin Jones, and a strikeout on the first batter face for Eden Bigham. Ooh, that ran right inside and caught Bump. And she will trot to first.
Being competitive with herself and with others to make her stuff just better, more dynamic. There's that rise ball. Back-to-back strikeouts. Oh, excuse me. Hit by pitch, then the strikeout. So both these outs have been strikeouts for
First team all ACC a season ago, preseason this year. Line drive to second base, comes in, pitches around a hit by pitch. 2 strikeouts, leaves 1 on. And her Virginia Cavaliers. And they take a 3-run lead into the bottom of the 6th. With the bottom part of their order due up, Reese Holbrook to third, Bump to first, 1 down.
Well, you want to be able to close out this game in a close game, to play from behind, to see what they have in the 7th inning. That's what these preseason tournaments are for.
Donaldson back on it, bumping into Plotz, making the play, 2 outs. Particularly when their defense had 2 errors in this game. They were clean in the first game, not in this game. It's part of why they trail, but that's a great play at first. Borzilleri flashing the leather, 1, 2, 3, and now Kentucky with a chance in your career at Texas A&M.
Anyone that resembles a strike, I want it.
2-2 into the gap in left center, giving chase and making the play is Cassidy Hudson. 1 down. Foul territory playable. It's Cabral, 2 outs.
I like the left side of the defense for Virginia too, with Cabral and Hilton playing right next to each other. The way
Eden Bigham 1 out away from shutting the door on Kentucky and just drills Borzilleri in the thigh. And the Wildcats have a runner aboard with 2 down. In the left, Hudson is there, and Virginia has its first top 25 win of 2025.
Great way to start out this tournament if you're Virginia. I like the way they use their pitching staff, had that opener, that relief.
In their 2 losses to South Carolina, they felt a little bit disappointed about that coming off the first weekend. Some motivation in their first ever appearance at the Clearwater Invitational. They get a win in their first ever game, and a top 25 win at that. For Amanda Scarborough, our entire ESPN crew, Matt